Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. We're going to be drawing today. So a few days ago, I wanted to learn how to better draw comic book style art. And so I did that, and I made a little improvement, just a little improvement. And I want to do the same thing with kind of like the manga style, like mangaka. I don't know how you say it. Like, let me know in the comments below how off I was. But so in my how I understand it, like the with manga style art, there's a separation between like the style that you draw the face and the head, and then the body. So I'm gonna separate those two. So right now I got a couple of headshots from a bunch of uh anime characters, and so I'm gonna draw a couple real quick, and we'll see what we can glean from this. So what I can definitely tell right off the bat is that it's really angular. It's very harsh angles for the most part, which is interesting. And also, obviously the nose. Maybe I should like do a whole like foundation rather than just starting with like a profile already. So this first guy I'm drawing is Goku. It's your boy Goku. So I'm gonna draw Goku real quick. Get him out there. His back neck is a little. Goku's buff, huh? He's got like that trap there. He's like buff. Goku's like strong. Is Goku strong? I hear he's like tough. I don't know. I hear he's a tough guy. But anyways, we're drawing him. I think I mucked up my angle because he's kind of like tilting his head up. But whatever. See what we can learn here. Keep it going. So the Dragon Ball Z style of characters is pretty classic. So I'm gonna try to keep to his I forget the artist's name. Oh gosh, he's really famous too, isn't he? He did like the designs for like Blue Dragon for Xbox 360. Remember that game? I never played it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get his nose in there. Look at that middle line. Follow the middle line. Nose comes out of the middle line. Even a little left of the middle line, honestly, depending on like the angle you're going for. But yeah, there's that classic anime nose. Your classic manga Asian style nose right there. And his mouth is like right next to his freaking nose, just like right there. There's no gap. This little area, I forget what part of the face that's called, but not much of a gap there. But I guess that's why this is so classic. Classic. I think I made Goku's chin a little too beefy there. And then get his other eye here. I'm not trying to be perfectly exact. I'm just kind of doing rough, steady sketches just to see if I can like learn, like see if anything clicks. You know what I mean? Because if you want to emulate a specific style, you have to draw that style, because that's the only way you're going to learn. You can't just go straight into it. I mean, I'm going straight into it, but you can't decide one day that I want to make a manga. I want to make a comic book that's going to be Japanese style art, right? You can't just decide that and then go out and do it and expect it to look any good, right? You can't do that. You have to, well, honestly, you have to know how to draw a person unstylized before you can draw them stylized. That's like a main rule that a lot of people don't really understand. Like you can't draw a face if you don't know. You can't draw a face in a Japanese style if you don't know how to draw it in just normally. If you can't draw a face, you can't draw a face in a particular style. Oh man, what have I done? His eyes are supposed to be like this. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh no. Oh no. It's already starting to fall apart. Get that eye in there. Yeah. Get his eyebrow. Very bold eyebrows. I don't want to spend too much time because I got a couple others I want to try to get in there. How much do you think Goku spends on hair gel each week? Probably a lot, I'd say. That's a little hair joke for you. Lol. If you like this episode, what you good? Hit the like button for me if you like what you hear. If you like what you see, maybe not so much what you hear, but if you like what you see, maybe that's all you need. Maybe you're not even watching. You're just listening. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. But back to what I'm doing. I'm just drawing. What am I talking about? I don't even know. Okay, that's a little long, isn't it? It's just a little random thing, and then one more piece of hair like that. It's a little reflection right there. And that's Goku. Can you tell who that is? You can kind of like maybe if the Dragon Ball Z artist was having an off day, that's your Goku, you know? That's your off day Goku. Cuz I think you can I hit the marks of the character, I believe, and really all that means is I drew his hair funny. But that's what his character is. Draw his hair funny, that's Goku. All right. So, one thing I will say, looking at his ear, there's like a weird paradox with like uh anime manga style art, you know? And the paradox is that some things are super stylized, right? Some features, not even facial features, but just like features of various things, like even like everyday items like a backpack or something, right? So like look at his eyes. His eyes super stylized, his hair super stylized, his nose super stylized, his mouth very simple, you know? It's very simple. But then his ear is very detailed. And it's just very interesting like what is what who's making the decision? Is it a conscious decision? It's got to be conscious. But like his ear is really detailed, and then you got an eyeball like this, you know? And it's just interesting the dynamic that goes on and the thought that can go into it. And that's really what I'm trying to grasp while I do this, you know? I'm trying to what is the decision making process? Who's making this not who's making the decision, because ultimately it would be me or the artist or whoever, you know, me, you, whoever. Someone's making the decisions. But why is that decision why has it been made like that? And like the muscles, I'm not going to draw his muscles, I'm just going to draw his head. But if you've ever seen Dragon Ball Z, you've seen the physique of these characters and like what they look like, and it's very blocky, and that's also another aspect of the characters that are super stylized, right? And why? That's why that's why everybody knows, like when they see a piece of art by the oh gosh, I'll have to like put his name up in text or something. I just can't remember. But the person who designed Dragon Ball Z, the really famous guy that I don't know the name of, um, why did he do that? Like, you know, if he did a piece of art and you see it, you're like, oh, that's the guy that did Dragon Ball Z. It's like, yeah, it is, because that's what Dragon Ball Z characters look like. Because obviously, because that's what the style is. Like, that's just Dragon Ball Z style, and it's very interesting. But that being said, I'm done. So I'm gonna move on to my next guy, to my next boy, my next best boy. I don't have any female characters on my list. I'm sorry. But maybe I'll get some female characters when I do the body, you know, for reasons. Anyways, we're getting in here. We're doing our next person. He's going to be a little smaller. He's going to be in this corner here. And this guy is a lot he's like on a different spectrum than Dragon Ball Z. Where Dragon Ball Z is very stylized and like very cartoony, and the details are just kind of like fast and loose with it. This is these like, so depending on who you ask, this character is a work of art. Him being drawn, every panel that he's on, like it's like a bona fide work of art. And this is Guts from Berserk, right? And so I'm just trying to, his hair is doing this thing. He's doing a crazy face. I'm trying to get his hair. This one's going to be a little tough because, like I said, like Berserk's art is very, very good. Very good. It's a whole different world than Dragon Ball Z. And if anybody knows those two pieces of media, then you understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, where like the muscles from Dragon Ball Z characters are like blocky, like here's the bicep, here's the uh tricep. And then here's the forearm, and it's like really blocky like that. And then this is like the Dragon Ball Z style. That's terrible. Here's the shoulder. They really emphasize the separations of the different pieces of muscle, the different sections of muscle, or the different muscle groups. Berserk is a little more grounded in like reality. Like obviously it's still stylized, right? Obviously, but it's just a lot more. I don't want to say a lot more care went into it, because like that's just an insult to Dragon Ball Z and stuff. Because I'm not going to claim that no care went into Dragon Ball Z at all. But it's just I would go so far as to say, and that it took longer. It would take longer to make a page of Berserk than it would for Dragon Ball Z. I will say that. I would bet that a page of a Dragon Ball Z manga would not take as long to draft as a page of Berserk, especially since I think only one guy did Berserk, so that's going to add to your time for sure. Getting his Naruto kind of esque hair in there. Yo, I should have picked Naruto. I don't like Naruto though, so maybe not. Get that brow ridge there so I can follow it. So I talked up Berserk a lot, but I've actually never read Berserk, any of it. I've just seen the art a lot, and I admire the art quite a bit, and it's very nice and pretty to look at, and you can tell that there's been a lot of care put into it. And it just makes me want to do my own thing. I want to just, if that guy did Berserk, like what could I do? What could you do? I guess what you could say is it inspires me. And so, how I said on Goku, the nose and the eyes are stylized, the mouth is super stylized. Berserk? Nah, dog, you have to draw it all. So here we go. I'm doing my best here. Oh, his nose is like all getting scrunched up in the folds of like it's doing like hatch work and stuff, and it's just, oh, it's so good. It's hard to draw, but it's so good. And he's got like shadows. There's dramatic lighting all on his forehead. It's like this, and then it goes like that, and then his eyebrows are going crazy because he's like really angry in this picture. He's so mad. He's just so mad. I don't know why I tried to start coloring like that. And then his mouth is like arg. His mouth is like aruga. He saw a pretty girl. He's going awooga. His face has turned into a wolf. I'm going to have to fix his chin to fit his mouth because I suck. Yeah, I'm starting to lose Berserk here. I got the mark. I think I got the mark of his hair kind of good. But the rest of him I'm losing it. I shouldn't give in so soon. I'm still early in this little drawing. When was I done drawing Goku? I'm sure I was done I'm going to be done with Goku way before I would be done with this guy. Guts. Interesting name. I wonder why they call him that. He looks like a coward to me. Maybe it's ironic. Yo, if you're a Berserk fan, don't hate me for that. It's just a joke. His eyes are still kind of stylized, though. Like, you can... It's hard to, like, this is what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, his eye is stylized, right? But, like, I can tell it's stylized. I'm looking at it, and I can tell it's like that eye is kind of stylized, and it's making it look Japanese inspired. Like, it looks Japanese, like it looks like manga. It's manga. There's no doubt. But what is it about the eye that makes it look like that? Because it's like it's an eye. It looks good. It's a good eye. But why does it look like manga? I don't know the answer to that question. And it's so nuanced, the style. I don't know. He's got like blood on his face here. Okay, let's draw his teeth. Maybe that's why his mouth looks a little silly, because he's just kind of got his mouth just agape. And then his bottom teeth here. I'm just going to imply his teeth a little bit. I'm not going to go into super detail because, you know, then I'd be here all day, because this picture is actually quite detailed, and his other eye's like kind of, his other eye's closed, you know, that's his look. I don't know what happened in his past. Like I said, I've never read it, so I don't know why he's got like that squint going on. I'm assuming it's like a childhood traumatic experience or something like that. Something this guy probably has studied a lot is the folds of the face when people are in a rage. Like, he's really getting crazy with these folds on there's a little blood patch right here on his nose, and it looks really good. And I'm not doing it nearly any justice, you know. Don't even look at me. Don't even look at me. That's kind of him. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, it's so no, God. He's died. He's died. I shot him 6 times. I shot him 6 times. What movie is that from? Let me know. I shot him 6 times. I shot him 6 times. Maybe Guts. I almost called him Berserk. Mr. Berserk over here. Maybe he got shot 6 times, and that's why his face is like all like that. I think, okay, so I think I'm kind of getting into like why, even though this is like a super detailed picture, why does it have that anime style? And really, what I think it is, I think it's the hatch work. I really think it's the hatch work. Because there's a lot of shading going on, but the artist doesn't use like different values. He does hatches. He uses cross hatching and stuff like ugh, and stuff like that for his shading. And I think that's really contributing to that manga look that I'm trying to get to. And I'll have to keep that in mind when I do my OC. Please do not steal. Oh, that joke never gets old, does it? Berserk's head's a little more Berserk. I called him Berserk again. Guts' head is a little more squat than than what I did for him. But that's just my failures as an artist. Also, I can't even see the rest. It looks like he has a little afro. Oh man, that's no good. Let's give him those Naruto spikes, because that's what's going on here. Naruto, what does that mean? I wonder. Naruto. Maybe it means like run or something silly like that. Run fast. Like Sonic. All right, I gotta move on. Okay, the next one. Next one. All right. Okay. No. Oh boy. So here we go. This is a little boy I like to call Eggman. There he is. That's him. Egg boy. But don't tell him that to his face, cuz he gets upset when people point out his baldness. So, here, okay, so you got Goku over here. He's like okay, so let's say stylized scale, okay? Goku on the stylized scale. Jeez, I cannot talk. Halfway. He's halfway stylized, right? Halfway stylized. Then you got Guts over here, Mr. Berserk. He's not stylized at all. He's going to be down here. This guy that I'm drawing now, he's going to be like, boom, all the way up the scale. All the way up the scale. Because he's Mr. Punch. Got that nose stylized. Just a little triangle. He has a nose hole. That's why he's not completely there. So, completely blowing out the scale. And his little weird eyes. Very indicative of this character. Oh man. And then his eyebrows. Oh no. Why? Why? Okay, so I messed up. Can you tell where I messed up? This guy's so stupid. Freaking Saitama. Oh, I can't even do it. So that's something kind of ironic, isn't it? The simpler it gets, the harder it almost gets harder to like copy the style if it's like really simple. Which in that don't make no sense. It's just a circle, dude. It's just a circle, dude. Dude, it's just a circle. Okay. I'm not gonna. Okay. Bye. Let's go to the next one, which is, wouldn't you know it, Saitama. Oops. But this time he's got serious face, so there's more marks I can hit. I guess that's the thing with like a simple face. There's less marks, so there's less room for error. So if you're trying to draw a simple face, you gotta really get those marks, man. Otherwise, it's not gonna look like what you're trying to draw because, like I said, less room for error. And that's not fair. If it's simple, it should be easy. That's my if I'm hired as class president, if it's simple, it'll be easy. That's my uh platform. If it's simple, it should be easy. Vote for me, your best buddy Ben. And there's the ear. Once again, this ear is detailed, very detailed. It's got all those little gnarls in it. Who has time to like do this? Especially like this is from the anime. So like who's drawn that ear over and over again? Like who's hired to draw that? Cuz I would not want to do that for work. Let's get his center line here. His other ear is also visible? What the heck? That's an interesting angle. It's also very detailed, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the second ear any more than that. I'm done with the second ear. Okay. So his nose is like right here. And then he's got like a line here. So nose is still stylized. It's actually in shadow, which is what's giving it most of the definition. So get that in there. Maybe some lips. Maybe his lips. And that's also got a little shadow under it to give it definition. Oh, I've messed it up. I've missed the mark. I can already tell. And he's got some heavy shading on his side of his face. Down his chin there. Let's just put that shading in. This shading isn't hatched. Because that's one difference between like anime and mangas is that for the most part, anime shading is going to be cell shaded or block shaded or whatever it's called. And then manga is going to be hatch work. And I think hatch work looks real cool. How do you draw? How do you draw? Like this face is also very simple. This face is probably on league with Goku. Goku's eyes are a little simpler, but the face overall is like on the same simplicity scale, I'd say. And it's just like, do it. Do it. Do the face stuff. Just get in there. What's going on? What's going wrong here? I know what faces look like, but that doesn't help me because it's it's not exactly what faces are. It's different. Ah, no, no, no. He's crooked. He's cross-eyed. What have I done? Maybe his eye needs to be like bigger and then oh no. Oh no, Saitama, why? Why, Saitama? Why do you do this to me? I thought you were a hero. I thought you were supposed to be nice guy. Nice guy. Get rid of this crap. Get rid of this crap and like, ooh. What if I cheat? What if I cheat? Use the lasso tool and like move that like no the yes. Yes. Yep. That's staying. I'm not fixing it. I'm not fixing it. You know what? I can't draw it real. I can't draw it good anyway, so Saitama, that's you. Next. Next. Dang it. Every time. Alright, now we got our last boy. This guy's also very stylish. He's also got these weird angles. Like, now that I'm like looking at it a little more, that just gives you props to like the artists because they can make these harsh angles. You don't think much of it because like they're very harsh. But when you look at it, you're like, yeah, that's his face. That's his face. That's what his face looks like. Why are you questioning it? It's just his face. Don't worry about it. And this is gone from Hunter Cross Hunter or Hunter X Hunter. I'm not actually sure how it's supposed to be said. So I guess that's his center line here. And his nose is not on his center line, just so you know. His nose is like, I have to draw his eye before I can draw his nose almost. Let me get that eyebrow in there. And this eyebrow here. There's more of a gap, I think. But I'm trying not to second guess myself too much. He does have thin eyebrows, though. Alright, so this eye is like over here. Oh, I should have done the guy from Rank of Kings. What's his name? Like the little prince. That he would have been a good person to try to draw. So most of this eye, this is also from the anime. So most of his eye is like there's not a line doing the rest of his eye because it's defined by colors rather than lines. So I'm going to only, just like Goku's eye, you know, I'm going to have to just stick with, oh wow, this he's got a very harsh eyelid shadow, actually. So it's like this. Like that's what the shadow's doing. And then the pupil comes out from that. Let's get that in there. Beautiful. Yeah, see, that's an anime eye right there. That's a Japanese style eye, you know. It's got the shine on it, the very bright shine. And then like it looks beautiful. And then there's like secondary lines, like secondary coloring like that. There you go. That's Gon's eye. Sure. Yeah. And his ear, okay, this ear not as detailed as the other ears are. So that's good because then I don't have to spend too much time on it. All right, let's get his other eye in there. See, when I try to like see what I learned in the next few videos or maybe the next, no, I still have to do body studies. But anyways, when I do that video, I'm gonna have my characters or character, maybe just one if it takes me too long. I'm gonna have them have eyes like Gon's, you know, like this kind of like shiny, big. They're fun eyes. They're fun to draw. They're fun to look at, and they're just fun. It's just fun. It's just good old family fun. Is Hunter x Hunter family friendly? I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I think it is. It's just they're just like running around looking for treasure, isn't it? Aren't they just treasure hunters, something like that? And then there's like a clown. I didn't get very far. I read a little bit of it, but I didn't get too far. There's a clown, and he has like this power of making things solid, and he like killed somebody by throwing cards into his face or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, there's his nose. Notice how it is not on the center line. See, someone had to make that decision to do that, and like, yo, who did that decision making? And why? Why? Do you sit down at a table and like decide these things or what's going on? I don't understand. What's driving the decisions? What's driving it? He's got hair kind of like kind of similar to Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of, where it's got that two-tone thing. It's got like a green rim, and then the rest of it's black. All right, let's get his mouth in there. See, this is where I mess up a lot, the mouth. Because, like I said, the simpler the things are, the less room for error you have, and I've already ruined it. But we're close to the end of the video, so I'm just gonna wreck it through. No, I can't! Oh! Alright, one piece at a time. Let's do the top. Top of his mouth. Top of his mouth. That's the top of his mouth right there. His mouth is like off center as well, to the left, I think. No, actually his mouth is kind of center. So like that. Nope. Saitama, stop looking at me. I see you looking at me with your disgust. Okay, this is okay. Okay, we're getting back. We're coming back. Remember how I mentioned like how his harsh angles, like his cheek and his chin, like it's just a credit to the artist to make it look like not out of the ordinary? Yeah, I'm looking at my rendition and it's just like, yo, that chin, that has to go. That's too much. Oh man, how do you draw anymore? Ah. Fine. Just whatever. Just get it out there. Ooh, that. You guys make me suffer. You, the viewer, because you forced me to make this video. I didn't decide to make this video and think one day, hey, this might be fun, and then just piss myself off. No, it's your fault. It's not your fault. Yeah, he's messed up, isn't he? A lot of things I'm messing up on is the angles that their faces are supposed to be. Cause like this guy, he's supposed to have like an angle. His head's at an angle, and I didn't capture that angle. And then his other eye needs to also be at a different angle, and I'm just not doing it right. Maybe it needs another. Maybe I need to do another video of faces, cause like. You know, to his gap isn't that big, bro. It's not that big, bro. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Oh, now my program's messing with me. It can't be user error. Let's get his eye in there a little bit. Is that better? Something like that. And then like fix his hair. Just oh god, it's all going wrong. Fix his hair, and now my brush is like different for some reason. I don't know. Oh, anyways, I've done enough suffering. There you go. That's going to do it for this episode. If you like this episode, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button for me. And if you haven't already subscribed, why don't you go ahead and do that for me too. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.